Hello and welcome to this new video about the ESG Data Exchange Network by UBIRCH. In this video, I'd like to show you how you can utilize the ESG network to retrieve data from your suppliers. Many companies have already deposited their data on the ESG Data Exchange Network platform. That means we can easily retrieve them by clicking on the Suppliers tab. Currently, I haven't added suppliers to the list. I can easily do that by clicking Add Supplier button. Now I search the list to find the company I want to subscribe to. Then I click on Add, confirm the subscription, and finally, this supplier appears in my list of subscribed companies. Now I can utilize supplier data to generate a Scope 3 report. To do this, I click on the Scope 3 Aggregations tab and now observe a list of all the reports I have already started or completed. In this scenario, I choose Create New Aggregation to generate a brand new report. In this report, I would like to utilize the reporting period of 2022, so I will leave this default setting in place. Now we see here in the Scope 3 Allocation to Categories category, the categories known to us from the Greenhouse Gas Data Protocol. For instance, at present I have Category 0, representing the uncategorized emissions, Category 1, for purchased goods and services, and so on. For this example, let's assume that we have booked a flight trip. That's why I'm going to Category 6, Business Travel. Now I am able to include the supplier data from earlier at this point by utilizing the Editing click button. So, I'm looking here in the list for the supplier from earlier. Now I am shown which company, which reporting period, and which allocation method are involved here. In this instance, the Market Value Economic Allocation method is selected. That implies that this supplier has expressed a desire to allocate their emissions according to the revenue I have generated with them. That signifies I simply state the extent of my turnover with this supplier. Let's assume the cost of the flight trip was 4,000 euros, for example. Then I can enter this amount here, see my total CO2 emissions, and click Save. At present, I am able to perceive this info stored here and can close this tab on my browser. I will now repeat the same procedure for all other suppliers on the platform too. In the overview table, I can see the allocation method, which is based on the amount of money and the CO2 emissions. Now I go all the way down in this list, click on Save Data to save my new report. Now I've made my new report, found it here in this list again.